For Pierre, what number are you in the birth order?
In the order of children, number 4.
Number 4. And what's your earliest memory?
My earliest memory? Well, when we were clearing this property over here for to farm, that's one of them. We cut down the briars and clear up the trees, and the old man would get a 4-year lease on it if I done. And we had when we were young, Cheese and I would go crabbing in the lake. When my mom needed something on Friday, we would Saturday we had to have it Friday. We'd go catch crabs, and that I remember mostly.
What would y'all use to clear the land?
Brush hooks, a horse, and outlaw. Me and Cheese and Sylvain. They had worked the tree, took the bark. The old man that owned the property, Mr. Burke, had taken the barks off the trees so they would die, and they were all the big trees were dead. And we cleared it with with brush hooks and
Saws.
and a little old horse named Rex.
That was y'all horse?
That was our horse, yeah. That was a hard working horse. We put in that big hole, couldn't do that if it burned. That was a lot of work.
So all that land over there, that all used to be
Wooded.
Wood.
woods. Okay.
All what Jackie owns and Howard owns was all wood.
And all the ones that cleared it up
We cleared it
for
up
the
for
the Burks,
He
Mr.
made-
Burke.
Somebody's here.
He would make peppers, corn, and the lettuce was sugar cane.
Which of your siblings were you closest to growing up?
Come again?
Which of your siblings were you closest to?
My brother is just below me, the fifth one.
Cheese.
Cheese. We were close together. We worked together and all of that.
And what memories do you have about the old house?
It was pretty crowded. That I knew.
How many of y'all were in there at one time?
One time.
How many at one time?
Let's see. Back in Charlotte. They were working on breadboard there. And then it had me, Cheese, Theriot, Mario.
Flower.
Siv. Jack.
No.
They weren't born yet?
Jack was there. Howard wasn't born yet. And that's what we were. We
5
5.
extra.
Y'all slept in the same
Same room.
room.
I would sleep at the foot of the bed. My 2 older brother would sleep regular in bed, and I would sleep at the foot of the bed. And in the summertime, I'd sleep on the floor at the window. They didn't have no screen those days. No nothing.
And the girls slept in one bed?
The girls slept in one bed, and we sleep on the floors.
Tell them about when you were born, Dad.
Yeah, well, I was born December 12th,
December 50.
29. And they say it was one of the worst ice storms there was in Louisiana, that the tree, big oak tree would have so much ice on it, it split. And I was born prematurely, I'm 7-month baby, weighed 1.5 pounds, and I was so small they used a dish to bathe me in. And my bed was a cigar box with cotton in it. That's what they, hearsay, And they'd hold it onto the fireplace like this. My great grandmother.
Your grandmother.
My grandmother. That's what they said. That's how I survived. And premature baby in those days didn't survive like.
Heating with the fireplace.
And I was born without a kidney on the left side, and I'm blind on the left side. But I made it to 80 years, so what?
You're blind on
Left side.
Tell them about how you got blind on the left side.
I don't know how I got
Yeah.
sick.
With the sugar cane?
You think with the sugar cane, huh?
Yeah, I got here on the sugar cane right here. I think that's how it went. I got had a detached retina.
How old were you?
Oh, I was pretty old, maybe 18. And I got a retina and I went to New Orleans Public Service Hospital, and they crocheted it back in place, but they didn't help.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't help any. They finally got re-detached, and then the specialist said they didn't pay to reattach it because they had a cataract. And then for a while it was 2,300. Then finally went blind completely.
Okay.
What sort of food did you have back then?
What's that?
What sort of food did you have back then?
Mostly rice and beans,
White beans
white beans. And
and fish and
when I was young, when we lived on the other side, where Jackie lived there, my mother would send me to the store every day, get 5 cents worth of beef. You wouldn't buy 10 cents, 5 cents every day. And that's what we mostly raised on, white beans and rice, and some meat, some fish,
Crabs.
crabs, you know, anything that was catch in the lake. Did good.
So what were holidays like?
Oh, it was all right. I can recall when we were kids, but we would, one Christmas we had each boy had each a gun, cactus pistol, and the girl would have dolls, small dolls, not much. I mean, it wasn't celebrated much.
What do you miss about the old days?
Happy. I write it present day at all time. There's
A lot of hard work.
a lot of hard work. Of course, they learn how to work, you know.
Mhm.
We worked a lot.
Not a whole lot of creature comforts either.
Yeah,
How old were you when you went to school?
I was 6. I failed in the first grade. Then I went to up to the 6th grade, and my old man would keep me from in the field. So I went back on my work at school. So I finally decided just stay and work in the field. When I was in the 6th grade. He had promoted me to the 7th, but I didn't go back. Then I finally went to adult education, GED, and we passed that, Iva and I passed that together at our school in Catahoula.
How did you meet Iva?
Oh, well, Iva, we used to go to the dance, you know, like
in Henderson.
in Henderson. Henderson, they had Gator's place and Theriot's place. Gator's on one side of the bayou, and Theriot was on the other side. I met her at the Theriot dance hall.
How'd y'all get there?
Well, we were quite a few boys. We'd hire Mr. Richardson to bring us for a fee. Then he'd come pick us up, or he'd wait for us. I mean, we couldn't afford it by ourselves, so we went quite a few of them. And that's how we got there.
How would y'all get there, Mom?
Placid would bring us.
Oh. Her dad.
So I met her there at Theriot's. And from that on, a year after or so,
No, it was less than a year. We went up and got married.
January 22nd. I don't recall when, but that's 60 years ago.
What memories do you have of Mama and Papa?
Only memory I got is my mom she was a wonderful person, and Papa was a little straight, overbearing, but I guess that's how he was in those days.
How did they discipline you? Were you in trouble a lot?
No, he didn't. No.
You
never
knew
did.
better.
Never would spank or nothing like that.
I'm surprised.
He didn't have to. All he had to do
Surprised
was
he
look
got
at you.
caught.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He was always quite mean to us as grandchildren.
What about other members of the family? What do you remember about Mama and Papa?
My mom would call everybody sugar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mom was very kind. She was always interested in what was going on with you. What were you doing with your life? You know, Always very interested, very loving.
And she had a favorite, call, he said, she always said, "More better."
Mm-hmm.
Not just better, but more better. And I don't remember that clearly.
And she had long hair and would let us brush it and braid it. That was a treat to come and stay the night and brush and help her braid her hair. But you never did it right, but you still get to help her do her hair.
Yeah.
She would do it so fast that she didn't have patience if you took too long. So
What other things would you do when you stayed at that place?
we'd watch her milk the cow. I remember watching her milk the cow. I remember running on the front porch when we were little kids. And you want to talk about Pop, all I remember from him is telling us to get out of his chair. Get out of my chair. That was it.
I remember Papa would say, "You want something?" My mom would ask if you want something to drink, and Papa would say, "Go drink in the lake."
It was a joke.
Yeah, but I was scared of him. I never liked him at the beginning when I was growing up because I just thought he was mean. You know, and I know he was probably joking, but as a kid, I didn't realize that. And that's my most vivid memory of Papa is telling you go jump in the lake
To drink.
to drink.
I can attest to Floyd saying that when he was growing up that he was scared of Papa.
Probably why y'all never got in trouble. If y'all was scared of him like we were, I was anyway.
Well, I understood the younger generations found a more loving grandfather. So, you know, we just were so many grandchildren at one time. Maybe he was just wanting us out of his hair. I don't know. You know,
I remember my mom always, like he'd come, if he was kind of mean in his demeanor towards us, my mom would come back and say, you know, watch how you talk to them, you know, that kind of thing.
I
Or
never heard that.
Well,
Well, of course, I didn't understand French either, so she may have said that in French.
she was kind of like his counterpart, you know.
they were opposite. Yeah.
You know, he was demanding and
She was
overbearing, and you know, she was wonderful and nice and caring and loving, and was kind of like his counterpart. And every once in a while, you know, you know, it was like he did not faze her, kind of thing. So he fazed everybody else, but not her.
What did you learn from them?
Strong work ethic.
Well, of
I
course, you learned that
lost
from.
that from my parents, but that was.
I'm
they
sure that
learned that
handed
from their
down.
parents.
Yes. Sense of independence.
That's enough.
Family is important. Family is important. Yeah.
Yes, that is, I guess, a good one. Family is important.
So what sort of things have you learned from your parents?
Same thing. Good work ethic, sense of independence, family matters,
Education.
education counts.
Education.
Not on education, be sure they get educated. Some of them did good, some of them, well, didn't finish college, they couldn't do it.
College is not for everybody.
One of the
Bob.
memories that I need to mention is my mom liked to read. And she loved mysteries, and Columbo was her favorite show.
I'll be damned.
So I would call her and tell her Columbo was playing because she loved mysteries. Okay.
And then one last thing for everyone, what does it mean to be a Theriot? And how does your family continue the Theriot tradition?
We still play bourrée at family gatherings. That's one of the traditions that we continued. Y'all thought of something else?
Crawfish boils?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
there
do
you
the Cajun thing, the crawfish balls. We've continued those traditions. Crawfish balls, family gatherings at holidays and occasions, and crab.
They grow crops.
Grow crops.
Oh,
Very good.
They have a
Granny
garden.
and Pop.
Grow
They
a garden
have
there.
corn and they have carrots.
Very good.
Good one, Ann.
And what does it mean to be a Theriot? Pride. We're proud.
Potatoes.
Terriers.
Potatoes.
Pride and potatoes.
Pride and potatoes.
Our new motto, pride and potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Thanks.
Thank God
Done.
we finished.
Wait, you're still recording.
No, he turned it off. Oh, no, it's red.